This is John Claude Jones.
This is Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors.
Yo, it's your boy Buddy Hughes. This is Josh the Kid Chisholm.
And you?
Logged on to 10th year seniors.
The 10th year seniors.
10th year seniors.
You're logged in with 10 year senior.
You dig?
I totally got the timing right just now. Welcome to the 10th Year Seniors Podcast Network. This is the Read Option. This is our weekly gambling pod. And as we do anytime we bring you an NFL product, we have to remind you that Colin Kaepernick was blackballed from this league for peacefully protesting police brutality against minorities. We should be conflicted about following and loving all of this stuff, but we do, and here we are. It's a new day, guys. You got a new government. A lot of people is going to be making some new money. Not us, though. We are going to have to continue to resort on gambling on football to get 10YS ahead.
I still got notice making new money.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it?
New money.
Still a new day.
Yeah.
New day. New gambling day.
Yeah.
New gambling day for us. So, you know the format. We're going to pick 5 games, money line, that's straight winners and losers. We're going to pick one team, one underdog that we think is going to cover the spread, and one that you can completely lock in. One lock of the week. Then after that, we go to parlays, which is the most difficult part of gambling, most difficult part of sports betting, but trust the experts with this stuff. You know what? I should not misrepresent us by calling us
Bro,
experts.
I'm here for the coffee.
And the donuts. Don't forget the donuts. You're here for all of that. Excellent product placement by you, John.
Yeah.
Really?
What we're really here for is...
You see, most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win. When we go to gamble, we go to lose, subconsciously.
So how do we start?
That's a good question. As we do before we start any podcast, we're going to bring you one quote from somebody we lost today. And one of my favorite quotable persons ever is Yogi Berra. I'm sure everyone has heard Yogi-isms at some point.
Home run.
Yogi Berra once said, "We made too many wrong mistakes." Lock that one in, especially when it comes to 10YS and gambling.
Just say there's some good mistakes.
Some good mistakes. And we also have one quote from a person celebrating a birthday today. And the one I chose for today, as we record on September 22nd, my favorite rapper from Memphis, Moneybag Yo.
Memphis him in the same sense he showed up.
For real. Him and John Moran. Who has a bigger impact?
Money back.
Yeah, I think so too. So he said, the only thing worse than being broke is being comfortable with staying broke. And that's why no matter how bad we did in week 1, we got to be back in week 2.
Factual.
Did we do bad in week 1?
This is week 3.
See, we don't even know. Like, I just know that last week was a bad week.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Last week was a horrible week, and if we all had to sum it up in one way, it would sound just like this.
Pretty much.
Loser game show sound.
See, we're learning all these things as we go. This is what happens when you do live productions.
So on to week 3.
You know, you can press the button too.
I can press the button, and I will.
I don't trust now pressing the button.
But I labeled them so he could see them.
Okay.
From
Now I trust now.
Yeah.
Wait. I understand we trust Johns with all things production, and I am just here to be the voice and to kind of direct traffic here. But I could push a button. I'm not completely incompetent.
It's not about pushing buttons. It's about pushing these buttons. You'll find a new song, and then we'll have a whole start of problems.
You ask any woman that's ever dated me, I know exactly how to push buttons. On to week 3.
Just lock that one in.
Now we're on to week 3.
You see, most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win. When we go to gamble, we go to lose, subconsciously.
Our first game on the week 3 slate for us and our 5 money line picks, we have the Atlanta Falcons against the New York Giants. Giants favored by 3. Danny Dimes actually looked pretty good in that loss Thursday night. It was a pretty compelling Thursday night game with the Giants and
that is
the
Carter's
football
quarterback.
team.
My second favorite quarterback. So I'm here trying to look at this.
No, stop. There are people that are Giant fans, and Danny Jones is not their second favorite quarterback.
It's my guy.
There's no reason for that.
It's my guy.
Anyway, go ahead.
It's just, I just don't understand this line. I mean, I just don't. Is the Falcons is Matt Ryan? Why? I have to ask why.
Okay. I think this line is more indicative of a lack of faith in the Giants than it is in the Falcons. Now, granted, the Falcons did not look great last week, but
they don't look good any week.
Okay, but they were playing the Bucs though. And when we come here, and in terms of gambling, when you go to make this pick, you think of recent history. You think of what you saw last week, and it was the Bucs. Brady is playing at an all-time high, so I think you got to kind of put that into perspective.
Here's how I look at this game. Atlanta's a failed city, and
Goddamn.
yeah, no. And
Okay.
the Giants have the worst record for the last 20 years. It seems like almost as bad as the Dolphins.
With 2 Super Bowls.
With 2 Super Bowls, amazingly. But I feel like this game's gonna come down to like a Daniel Jones run where he's just
And
going to fall.
And he can get some yards.
But he ain't gonna make it.
I mean, but then the one he made got called back. So listen, when are we gonna start talking about him as a mobile quarterback and have people attaching all the things they say about mobile quarterbacks to him?
I mean,
Because he out there running as much as Lamar.
he's mobile like a post-meal cart in like a suburb. They gurn,
that's the
but they ain't really gurn nowhere.
That's still moving. No.
Yes.
No. I want to hear all of the attributes we attach to black quarterbacks that are scrambling and moving around. Attach those to Daniel Jones.
No, I
please.
think they're already attached, but everybody look at it as like, it's Daniel Jones. We don't expect much from him. That's what John does every
Wait,
week.
John's a stat guy. Didn't he have? He had like the fastest miles per hour or something.
Yeah, he
like
was
that
the
on that
fastest
run.
player in the
God.
NFL last year. Faster than
God.
Tyreek Hill.
My guy.
And he fell forward.
But it's okay
'cause he
sometimes.
And he didn't even fall forward at the goal line. He fell forward at like the 20-yard line.
It was so
At
bad.
that rate, he could have slowed down, and he ran faster than DK Metcalf.
Right, but the problem
Boy.
is sometimes the field doesn't want you to be great. And I think that was one of those instances.
Right. Okay. I am taking the Giants in this game.
Oh, I was supposed to pick a team, right?
Yes, I'm taking the Giants.
Oh, I'm taking Atlanta.
They're gonna win by more than that 3 points that they're getting.
Even though Atlanta's a failed city. I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm picking the Giants, but I'm giving the points.
All right, write that
I think
down.
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a
We got to
1-point
listen to
score
that.
last second.
We got to listen. Yeah, I'm gonna listen. I ain't even got nothing to
You
write
gotta
with.
pay- oh,
It's
okay.
a digital age. Who writes anymore?
It's okay, coffee. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
fire.
Yeah.
Now
All
I didn't
right.
get the special coffee, though. You get the generic.
There's
You don't
special
taste.
coffee.
Yeah.
What's your
This
Irish? I mean, sorry, Bahamian.
this Ninja Turtle cup jumping, bro.
It's a blend. Nice blend.
Was there a better thing you could have used for Ninja Turtles instead of jumping? What else did they do?
Karate chop.
You should have said kicking. They did a lot of kicking.
Yeah.
Anyway, game 2, we have the Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. Jameis Winston regressed all the way back to the mean in week 2. My God.
LASIK has only lasted a while.
Well, somebody should have told him that before he had the surgery, because maybe he needs to get LASIK every single week.
A
Because
refresher.
to go from 148 yards and 5 touchdowns to whatever the hell that was against the Panthers, I have no idea what to make of Jameis right now. I have no idea what to make of the Saints right now.
Cardo.
It's the Patriots, you know. Right there
Exactly.
with this,
That's
so.
that's what I was
It's the
expecting.
Patriots, and they're taking the points. We give.
And
They ain't covering.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. The Patriots are favored by 3.
yeah, no, the Patriots gonna win it more than 3.
I like that fate. You see that?
No,
That's Mark Jones' fate.
No, it ain't Mac Jones' fate.
Mark Jones' fate. John is Mark Jones' fate. Lock it in.
No, kicking fate. No.
All right, so here's my thing on this game, right? If it's clear that Jameis is establishing this pattern where he goes in ebbs and flows, week 1 was fantastic. Week 2 was awful. So it stands to reason that week 3,
On an upward trend.
trending up.
Or he could be flatlining in week 3.
But my thing is this, right? Week 1 was not a good performance, but a good showing.
It's super efficient, though. 5 touchdowns.
Yes, but that could be a problem. It just happened that he hit
Nah,
his
who did they
targets
play
that he
week
had
1?
to hit.
Listen, the
Who did they?
Packers.
Where
Listen.
was Aaron Rodgers week 1?
Quarterbacks don't want to throw for a bunch of yards, you know. They want to throw for a bunch of touchdowns. The yards just happen to be a byproduct of that. If you could have a short field every single time and you could throw a touchdown on your first or second play, you taking that. You don't need to throw it up and down for 400 yards. 5 touchdowns.
But he ain't gonna have that kind of feel against the Patriots. And one thing we know about the Patriots defense, they bend but don't break. He'll have to find a way to get into the red zone and put those points up. It's not happening.
I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah, I'm taking
On
the
the road.
Patriots.
You okay, bro? What actually in the coffee?
I don't have the special one,
Okay, yeah,
apparently.
that's it.
I don't
See,
know.
he doesn't have the one with sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It ain't
No,
his
you,
fault.
you got to take the Patriots. I mean, now that we look back at week 1 with the lucky fumble, because God, they dead. 35-0 dead.
That's our stats from
Yeah,
week
that's the
one, by
stats from week 1. That's it. But no, you got to go with the Patriots, and
the way. Don't have to.
you have to. I think Jameis is going to do terribly this game. I think Jameis is going to throw for like 155, 3 interceptions.
Okay, I don't think he's gonna do that. But
No, remember last week when we were talking about the over-under?
And I thought he was going to go over.
we were sure he was getting 220
But no,
yards.
that first game, he threw what? 150 something, then he went to 80. So now he's going to average out like 120,
no,
130.
boy, he had over 100.
No, I
he had
think-
like 111.
He didn't have a lot. Let's put it. Last time I looked, he had 80 yards, and I was like,
He's my starting quarterback in fantasy. I should have gone with Teddy.
what?
I should have gone with Teddy.
Okay, no, we got to take some time on that. How?
I mean, I had faith in Jameis this year.
How?
I looked good in week 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
here's the thing I feel about Ronaldo's team. He drafted a bunch of black quarterbacks, and he was just like,
Everyone's black except Mark Andrews.
and your kicker?
Yeah, my kicker.
There you go.
There's no black kicker.
There you go.
I wish I could have gotten black punter. How's he doing, by the way? I didn't check it.
I haven't checked either.
Anyway, moving on to game 3, we got the Chargers going on the road facing the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs favored right now by 6.5. I think this is a pretty easy game to pick for everybody. I wanted to pick on Justin Herbert because
You good?
I can't talk. I'm so sick of the compare. Tua's going to be connected to him for the entirety of his career. I
Right.
went through this before with Greg Oden and Kevin Durant. As a child, I went through this with Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan. With Sam Bowie and Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
How did you pick your sports?
I went through it again with the Blazers going with Martell Webster instead of moving up to get Chris Paul or Darren Williams.
You know, mistakes.
I've gone through this a lot of times.
Yeah.
All right. And so I'm going through it again with Tua and Justin Herbert. Not a fan of it. Needed us to pick this game. The Chiefs coming off a loss to my boy Lamar and the Ravens. Chiefs come and bounce back in a big way. I think they blow the Chargers away. I think they're not getting enough points with this 6.5. I think they do more than cover that.
I beg to differ. I feel like Kansas City will win the game, but I feel like the Chargers will get one of those garbage touchdowns at the end of the game like they always do to make the game actually closer than what it is. So, and then they'll get a 2-point conversion. So it's gonna be a bad beat.
I love how specific John is with this 2-point
This
conversion.
game is going to be a bad beat. I think the Chargers will cover, but it'll be a bad beat game. So when we come back to look at bad beats,
Yeah.
I'm locking that in as a bad beat.
I thought you said we could. It was the game I was getting. Oh, John is still locking it.
No, I locked it in already.
Okay.
We good.
But you got to lay out for the sound. Once you see him press the button, sit back and lay out.
Sorry.
We got to do it again.
We ain't used. That's the problem. We ain't used.
This was expensive, you know.
This is nice.
But that was one of the games I was gonna pick for the cover. And you told me we can't. So we okay. If we allowed to pick that, I'm gonna pick.
No,
that.
no, no. I'm just saying in general.
Okay. But yeah, the Chargers definitely gonna cover. I just think
It's just coffee. That's all I can say it is. Like,
I don't have the special one.
I don't know.
It's all right.
We're agreeing too much. I don't like this.
But I think the Chargers.
Yeah,
gonna
could we
cover.
have some conflict, please? Like, have y'all seen what sports debate television is in 2021? It's not all of this agreeing and stuff.
We had conflict before the show. The conflict was on the donuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand how you don't like old fashioned. That's the strangest thing I've ever
I don't
heard.
know.
Old fashioned with
Too
the
adult.
glaze on top. That's good.
You are the adult among us. No one's gonna say it's me or John. Like, you are literally the voice of reason. Me and John are
I just
always
feel
all
like
the way out there.
cookies are better options than donuts. I don't know.
Does this fine establishment have cookies?
No. Got the cookie caterer for that.
Talk to
There you
him.
go.
Get the cookie caterer on the line.
he
Be a
got-
sponsor of the show.
You gotta call us. I'm Red Velvet.
All right, let's go on to game 4. We got the Bucks on the road against the Rams. This might be the game of the week. I think this
It is
has
the
game of the week implications right
It
here.
is game of the week. The fact that Tampa Bay is going from the East Coast to the West Coast, that's a bit complicated. But Tom Brady,
Well, he's a vampire, so I feel like traveling does not.
Did you
bother
not
him
see
at
the
all.
stat of Tom Brady? It's like in his 20s, he's thrown 144 touchdowns, and in his 40s, he's at 134.
He's had 2 Hall of Fame careers.
That sounds like Kobe when he changed
has-
numbers.
I think 3.
Yeah, it may be 3.
I think 3.
I think from the point where everyone thought age would catch up to him, and he's been quote unquote
Age ain't
done.
nothing but a number.
Should have had that on the soundboard. I think the point where
I just
people
did the
thought
sound.
he was done. He's had a Hall of Fame
Clip that
career.
out and put it on the soundboard for next week.
He's had a Hall of Fame career since then.
Yeah. No, he's
He
had
good. He great.
the first 3
Man.
Super Bowls, the second 3 Super Bowls, and now this run with Tampa. I feel like he's been the best NFC South Division quarterback.
Ever.
So I wouldn't say ever. Drew Brees is pretty good, but the fact that Tom Brady could come in and cash in
Boy,
on the
I
Super
know.
Bowl year one.
If he win another one or if he get close to another one, he got Drew beat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, this game it has a lot of potential to really max out on the calendar, but I think Tom Brady finds a way in LA to get it done. My whole so far thing is the fights in the crowd. That's what I'm watching during this game.
John, shootout or no?
In the crowd.
What are we thinking in this game? Because
I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think the defense is going to be amped up for this game. Like, the defense has been slacking a little, except for those interceptions they got against
Tampa's or the Rams?
Tampa.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I get Tampa. I think that, like, this 1.5 literally is how many fights there are going to be before the 2-minute warning in the first half.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's that 1.5. Like, whoever wins this game is, well, no, Tampa's definitely going to win this game.
The Rams getting a lot of respect, though. Only favored by 1.5.
That's Stafford. That's a Stafford effect.
Yeah, Stafford's getting a lot of early MVP buzz. This defense is legitimately great. You got the
they going over 55.5 on this game.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I don't think it'll be a shootout though. I don't think it's gonna
Me
go
and
that out.
Stafford though. If it's one person that like to get break up in a football game,
but
it's
Stafford
Matthew
also
Stafford.
knows how to throw interceptions.
Which is true.
Speaking of getting breakup, though, now we always talk about the protection of Tom Brady and how important that is, obviously.
Yeah,
An offensive line is so
44.
important.
Aaron
Donald, he could work, but don't forget what we did with Aaron Donald a few years back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We made him a non-factor.
That game was so boring. Listen, I never mad at the Patriots because I had some connections that made that trip to Atlanta one of the most amazing trips I've ever had in my life, right? But the worst part of Super Bowl weekend was the actual Super Bowl. That game was awful.
Fair point.
The
So-
after parties was amazing.
They have because our boy Chandler Jones ain't even the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I told you all that for week one.
To me, that makes no sense.
No, as soon as I saw that start, I started
Yeah.
to write a letter.
No,
NFL,
it doesn't really
and the
make sense.
media had to
Anyways,
get
it's
it together.
2020. Why are you writing a letter?
Aaron Donald is still project. If he wins, that'd be 3 times in a row, right? He is a beast, yes.
Awards like that are more reputation
But hold
than
on to
anything
this:
else.
if he doesn't get any sacks, because
But that's the beauty of being a defensive tackle. They always say they don't measure. I'm sorry, but defensive tackles and edge rushers are not measured the same way. Aaron Donald can impact a game, and people can talk about his impact and how great he is without him registering a single sack.
But we
Not
had
the same with Chandler Jones.
conversation last week about Chandler Jones. He literally
They don't say it's not the same with edge rushers. It's not.
But nah, he impacted that game last week the same way we're saying.
That's when
that
you're comparing him to Kyler Murray, though.
What? John.
Listen, I'll say the same thing about Stafford, okay? If the Rams make a run, the MVP of that team isn't going to be Aaron Donald. They're going to credit that to Stafford.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the way it is.
I like this slander of Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones. All I'm saying is, he is a game changer as well.
If John Bones Jones is listening to this, look, I am good with your brother. I think he's an excellent edge rusher. I also think that that's just Baby Yoda's team. Ain't nothing you can do but that. That's
Of course, it's going to be the quarterback's team, but on defense, it's Chandler Jones' team.
fine. That wasn't the conversation we were having, but anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't
sorry.
know the over under on it. No, the scene that it's 55. I have to agree. I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout.
Wait, did
I
we
don't-
all make a pick?
Yeah,
No.
Tampa.
We did. Well, I guess I said Tampa.
Oh, I don't know if you did. I know I did.
I'm going Bucks too.
Yeah.
I'm going Bucks. I think. Information that is pertinent to this game. Antonio Brown was just relegated to the COVID reserve list, so he is not
I know.
available.
I don't think that can make a difference because you know what that means.
They got 40 receivers.
Who's the white boy they have?
Scotty Miller.
Scotty.
Oh, he about to have a big game.
But we got to see though.
He about to have a big
See
game.
what?
The thing about
Tom Brady throwing the ball?
Big game.
I agree with that. Hold on. The thing about COVID is
Big game.
who all was in the room. Like between now,
No,
as
we would've-
record
we
on
would've-
Wednesday,
we would've
who
known
else
by
is gonna
now.
be on the list?
He still lives with Brady.
They ain't letting Brady get COVID. I'm sorry.
They only let Chris Paul get it. They don't let LeBron get it. They're
that's
not gonna
not
let
happening.
Brady get it. They're gonna let Chris Paul get it.
Brady's not getting COVID. I'm sorry. That is not going to happen. TB12 with everything else he got running through his system,
COVID.
it's
ain't
not
there.
happening.
He probably have an avocado ointment for that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Avocado. I'm taking the Bucks on the road because I have that much faith in this team. I don't know when they're gonna lose a game this season or if, but I'm taking the Bucks on the road in this one. I think he takes it as a challenge going against Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald.
He
And
loved to play those LA teams.
if there's one thing that Tom Brady does, he always rises to the moment in those challenges just to stick it to people. So I'm going Tampa Bay with this one. I think that line's a little short too. 1.5.
Something up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Is that the Antonio Brown effect?
No.
Is
No,
that them
'cause that
thinking
came
that
out before.
that the COVID might hit Tom Brady? Is
maybe,
that what that is?
maybe they think it's going to be more people added to the list as this one goes on. Game 5 for us, we got Aaron Rodgers, who had to prove that he was back to some people. I don't understand. He just won MVP.
Okay, he didn't have to prove that he was back.
It's bullshit, Carter. You had to prove that he
But
was back.
what was really good? Was it just, hey, this how it looks if I don't want to play compared to how it looks if I do want to play?
Oh, you've been doing this a long time. Anyway, the
Jordan loves so
Packers,
80 Jordan?
the Packers going on the road against San Francisco. San Francisco 2-0 start to the season. Week 2 was not pretty, but it was a win.
Win's a win. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. We should put that one on
Jimmy
too.
Garoppolo is holding on to his job. Oh, 49ers favored by 3.5.
I don't see that.
Aaron Rodgers not getting that respect. And I think it's because he's finally said, I have my own voice. I don't have to placate any of this stuff to the
If it's
media.
one-
I'm messing with y'all like
If
that.
it's one thing I learned from Vegas last week, they know more than we know.
They
And if
definitely
they
do.
given San Francisco
I mean, it
3.5,
ain't hard to know more than we know.
I mean, we read books.
it's pretty
We listen
easy.
to audio books. We do stuff.
Not about football.
Factual. You see the Kurt Warner movie coming out? It was the closest thing I got to researching for this podcast.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah,
Who
but
plays Kurt Warner?
Jeffrey Levi. He did the Shazam movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who would play you in a TV movie? I mean, in
Me?
a movie about your life, Carter.
Me?
Yeah.
Why would I give somebody else some money? Me?
Somebody else has to play you.
Yeah.
No.
You can't have you play you.
Why not?
I have Thor
Well,
play
Jackie
me.
Robinson did play himself in the Jackie Robinson story. But I feel like at that point, that was the time period when Hollywood wasn't too much into black people getting leading roles anyway. So they was like, if we have
even
to, give it to the one who's already playing baseball.
Yeah.
John, who would play you in a TV
He said
movie?
Thor.
Thor.
Do we mean the Mets pitcher or actual Thor?
Actual
You
Thor.
mean,
I have a hammer.
do you... I'm confused. Does he mean the actual character Thor or the Hemsworth?
So, no, not Chris. Chris playing Thor would then play John.
Yeah.
Oh, so he would still have to be
Thor.
Thor. Okay, I actually like that. That's a great idea. Shit, I wish I thought of that first.
Can you imagine Thor working the boys?
Can I go with
Very broken.
whoever? Can I go with whoever Ta-Nehisi Coates is going to get to play Black Superman? I don't know who he's going to get, but
Probably Michael B. Jordan.
I was going to pick that. That would be me.
Yeah, he is black superhero right now. So,
So
Oh, we were talking about football,
yeah.
right?
So we're going back to Green Bay is gonna win this, and they're gonna.
I don't think Green Bay wins.
Green Bay is gonna win.
I don't think I trust Vegas on this. I'm taking the Niners and I'm taking the points.
Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career, and clearly not just for his career, but for his life, is fueled by spite. It's one of the strongest emotions and motivating factors that there is. I believe in it so much that I think they're going to blow the 49ers away. Don't forget, he's going back to Cali. This is people.
Going.
They hoping to leave him in Cali.
He's hoping they leave him in Cali.
They ain't leaving him in Cali.
And I think that's why he is going to ball out, because he wants to send the 49ers a message.
Where do
Do
they
whatever
record
you
his
gotta-
game show?
I don't know.
It is usually in California.
Okay, yeah. He
if I'm
won't
not
go to work.
mistaken. It has to be in one of them studios, or sometimes in Orlando. Like, it's Florida or California.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They record game shows in Florida?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's just life in Florida.
Yeah,
It's pretty
Florida,
much like a game
weird,
show.
bro. It's factual.
It's just life.
You got Disney, just
yeah.
like California.
I'm taking the Packers with that one.
Packers.
So everybody's good.
No, I'm going with Niners.
Interesting take. All right, that's fine. All right,
I
so
trust Vegas.
do you? Because you're the only person that does.
See, now we're disagreeing.
Speaking of Vegas, I'm going to press the button now. Speaking of Vegas, let's move on to our locks of the week.
Yeah, you can't trust them.
He couldn't press the button. He couldn't press the button. You know what? That's why he's the producer.
It's 2 rows to 10 YS podcasting. Don't trust Nal. And John is a good host.
I blame
Those
you.
are the 2 rules.
I blame you for that. You
Bro,
know why?
I know-
I had no plan to touch any of this. I had no plan to deal with any of production, and you was like, "Yeah, but just press the button."
No,
You
George
missed-
said
pushed
just press the button. I
Oh.
was like, I don't trust Niall pressing the button.
Okay, well, there you go.
I
Even
was
better.
Should have made a bet on that. Carter would.
All right, so my lock of the week, and to prove that I am thinking strictly money here, going with my head and not my heart, my lock of the week is Vegas over Jacoby Brissett and the Miami Dolphins. Vegas right now only favored by 3.5. That line has to increase closer to game time. I think the Raiders blow the Dolphins away. That is my lock of the week.
That's how you do it. And I just want to add.
I think John agrees with me. Lock of the week, Carter. Who you got?
I'm going with Baltimore over Detroit.
I love your confidence in Lamar.
It had nothing to do with Lamar.
It has everything to do with Lamar. John, play the sound. Mute him.
And now my turn.
John, who's your lock of the week?
I got the Denver Broncos over Zach Wilson interception machines.
Oh, man. Poor Zach Wilson. I mean, the Patriots...
And it's because you can make a lot of, especially with the Dolphins.
All right.
Why you hate your team so much?
We
Wait, did you watch last week?
Yeah, no, we did. Let's move on.
Did you not watch last week?
Let's move on to our underdogs that we think are going to cover this spread. So for me, I am going the Washington football team is on the road playing the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 8.5. That's a lack of confidence not only in Heineken, but so much confidence is
Heineke.
No,
Heineken.
Heineken.
You know what?
I'm calling him Heineken. Don't have your name that close.
You
to
know how
a
come you
product
know
that all of us
he's
know.
not real Bahamian?
If you don't
'Cause
want me to call
I'm
you
gonna
that.
say he's not real Bahamian.
Yeah.
What Michael Thompson was tweeting.
What Michael Thompson was
What Sweet Bells was saying.
I have no clue.
He was saying Heineken.
Heineken.
Hold on. Michael Thompson is actually tweet?
What? You don't follow?
What?
No. Let me do that now.
Champagne nuts.
What's his name?
Champagne nuts.
You heard me.
That's what it is.
Can't it? He really from Fort Charlotte, bro.
He really is. Yeah, so Buffalo is getting 8.5 on the Washington football team. They are so much better than the Dolphins. Like, don't use last week
35-0 better.
as any indicator. You see how Josh Allen was back there just patting the ball for 10 hours, and there David Singletary was just running up and down on that god-awful Dolphins defense. That ain't happening against
They
Chase
didn't
Young.
even have Gabe Davis.
That ain't, oh my God. That's not happening against Chase Young and the Washington football team. Even if Buffalo wins this game, Washington is going to cover the spread. They're not losing by 8.5 points in this one.
You well.
That's my underdog pick. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Chicago. Justin, it's Justin Fields' time.
It is. Justin
No,
Fields.
just to be honest, like
Matt Nagy announced it today.
The Red Rocket, to me, he dead.
Yeah.
Like he ain't no good.
I got to say, though, he has
he dead.
good hair this
Yeah,
season.
okay, he's dead.
Horrible player. He has
But
good hair this
7.5 with
I really
new
need that on a
quarterback.
separate clip. Like,
Yeah.
please cut that out. He dead. Like, that gotta be it.
But
is.
7.5, I think they have it. I think Fields is going to come out to show. I think his running ability is going to give the Browns the fits. Like, say what you want to say, but
The
he could
Browns,
be good. He could be good.
The Browns, without Jarvis Landry, may be done for the foreseeable future.
That's crazy.
That's a big time loss because already without OBJ. So
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know.
a Patriot next year, by the way. My upset
Tampering.
of the week. I'm gonna go with Indianapolis. Covering the spread against
Pulling for Mike
Tennessee.
Strong.
Not necessarily.
I see that. I like that one.
I picked up Pittman in fantasy, so
Oh,
yeah.
But when I say my fantasy picks kind of direct my choices, oh, your team's horrible.
I mean, you said your team was bad.
Yeah, my
ever-
team bad. We 0-2.
I actually 1-1.
That's why I'm not playing fantasy this year. Like, I ain't even lying.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be. Oh, by the way, Cleveland is getting 7.5 points.
Oh, yeah.
And
It don't matter. They covering.
Tennessee is getting 5.5. I guess Vegas believes in Tennessee. Remember the take
Yo,
y'all
Derek-
had where it
No,
was
I
just
still have
something
that
about
take.
Tennessee?
I still have that take.
Do y'all still have that where
I
it's
still have that
just
take.
something and y'all ain't getting
The
this?
still
only
just something.
difference last week is that Julio Jones is like, oh, but y'all really that bad? Get a ball to Derek Henry. I feel like Julio Jones coached that team from the sidelines last week.
Shout out to Jimmy. All right, let's move on to the part of the podcast. This is the most fun, and it's also the most difficult part. We are going to put together parlays for the people.
Guys, I'm looking for a parlay.
You looking for who?
Parlay. P-A-R-L-A-Y.
Y'all know Parlay?
All right, so my parlay, I'm going to go 2 games, 1 player prop. For my player prop, I'm going to go. I saw a good line on Dak Prescott over under 275 yards on Monday night against the Eagles. I am going way over on that. I think, well, y'all know how I feel about this Cowboys offense, and I feel like I'm being vindicated because their offense is ranked 4th in the league at this point. I think that number is going to go up. Dak Prescott throws in excess of 300 yards against Philadelphia, whether it's Zeke Elliott having a good game or Pollard vulturing carries at the goal line, which pisses me off to no end. But anyway, I'm taking the over on Dak Prescott for 300 yards. And my 2 teams that I'm going to pick up in my parlay, I am taking Seattle on the road over Minnesota and also Denver at home against the Jets. Denver favored big line, 10.5. So that's Denver over the Jets, Seattle on the road over Minnesota, Dak Prescott plus 300 yards in the air. Somebody else run a parlay.
That's you.
It's always you next, Carter.
Oh, okay.
That's the nature of it.
Nobody
See, the
gave
way
me the
this
script.
the way this goes is we're gonna produce live on air now. It's the way, not live to tape. The way this goes is I go first, and since John is producing, John goes last because he has to flip it to you.
Again, having a production meeting on the pod. But anyway,
That's what we
proceed
do,
with the
right?
parlay. I'm actually going to take a play out of your book. I'm going to pick that Denver Jets game, but I'm going to go with the score. They have it at under 41. I think the last break we had was, still 41.5. So I'm going to take the over on that. Either this game turns into a shootout or Denver could put up an extreme amount of points.
I can't imagine Teddy in a shootout.
Bro, Teddy.
How you shoot up with all them checkdowns?
You see Teddy stats this year?
Teddy looking good. I had him on the bench over Jameis.
So I'm gonna take the over on that. I
ain't
think
doing that this week.
Yeah, I think they combined for over 41.5. The second part of the parlay is Minnesota versus Seattle. I'm gonna take the under. Right now it's at 55.5. I'm gonna take the under on that combined score between those 2 teams.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, player prop. They have him for 3.5 combined rushing and passing touchdowns.
Hammer the over. Hammer the over.
I'm gonna go over.
Hammer the over.
I think he's
Kyler Murray,
about
5
4 or 5.
touchdowns.
I wouldn't go 5. I'd
5.
go 4 for sure.
Y'all going 30 sacks. We can't go 5 touchdowns. Hammer the over. Kyler Murray, 5 touchdowns this week.
Okay.
Lock it in. You know
Impressive.
what? Y'all
Impressive.
applause actually went over the whole lock, so nobody even heard when I did it properly. Anyway, John, you got
Hold on.
still
Final
going.
part of the parlay.
Go ahead.
Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, they're going to combine for over 599.5 yards, roughly 600.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't think they cover.
Oh,
I don't think they cover.
that is the hottest of the hot takes.
And that's my parlay for the week.
Damn. John, you got a parlay? Your parlay had like what, 4 or 5 parts? 4 parts.
I'm just throwing things together.
Nice.
That's what I'm looking at.
There you go.
I got Derek Carr at most passing yards because he about to light us up to pieces.
That's a good one. Derek Carr might throw for 600
I feel like
yards,
there's a
bro.
theme here, John. Is it all anti-Dolphin?
I do think DeAndre Hopkins will get the most passing yards this week. And he's probably going to get 3 of those touchdowns this week. I'm just saying.
You know what? I like how y'all are coming around on my dog Kyler Murray. That's all I'm hearing.
I got to
Go
go.
ahead.
The easy part of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Going to have the most rushing yards this week because he's just an animal. And then the highest scoring team this week will be the Buffalo Bills.
Why?
Because, sometimes you just got to have one of those, those parlays where you have a bunch of things and it's that one that make you win like $80,000? That's the one.
They just scored 35 last week.
And the Dolphins defense is supposed to be a little good.
It was good in week 1.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I think that Buffalo
It's
is
all right.
going to spread it
I
around.
know, it was good. They shut Mark Jones down.
They didn't shut him down. It was all right.
You know and I know.
That's 8.5. Yeah, they're going to score the most points. Go
All
make
right.
it 80,000. I don't even know how much you can make, but
All right, that'll do it for us. When we get back for week 4, we're going to check in on all of these to let you know how much money we won, to let you know how much money you can win.
I'm looking for 25%.
And we're also going to eat donuts. Y'all stay woke.